Hello everyone. So I would show what I've been doing lately, what I've been up to. Been making my dad his badass cane. It's not black. If you can see, see how brown that is? It's actually more that color. I don't know why, but in this light, for some reason it makes it look black. I took it out in the sun and it even looks black out there on video. I don't know why, but my camera makes things really black. I don't know how it'll show on like a big screen or anything. I know my Razor M makes things really dark looking, but it's more like that brown, like that. And that's actually a lot lighter looking. But I don't know how to look on a different screen. But what I'm going to show you is the process. Process is basically, well, see, what happened is I wouldn't be showing you this, except for this piece, for some reason, wouldn't dry with the stain. It sat for 3 days. Wouldn't dry. And I don't know why. Maybe it's because it was humid or something. But I think I'm using some old stain. And I think it's got some stuff in there that helps it dry and seal and stuff. And I don't think it's sealed and dried very well. But what you do is you go along and you carve the whole thing. I mean, this is the process. First you strip off the bark with a razor knife or any way you want to, or buck knife. I actually did this whole cane with the buck knife. Went along and just scrape it off. Right now I'm scraping off stain, but it's basically the same principle. Maybe I can show you. See, a little bit of it came off right there. It's kind of hard to do with one hand. But then you do that. And where's it at? I got some coarse grit sandpaper. About as coarse as I can get. And you go along and you rub the whole thing down. Like up here is basically finished. It's real smooth and real nice. That'll be one of the things I do. And I should have done it at the last time, and I didn't do it. And it's another reason why I'm redoing this. I'm going to drill these out. Kind of make it a little hollow. There's another one somewhere right here, and it's kind of hollow, as you can see. And I'm going to kind of drill that out even a little bit more and clean out like any of the black wood that's not like white like this stuff is. And it was a limb that died or something and fell off of this, and it might rot away. So I'm going to rip that off. Then after you stain it and you get the whole thing looking like this, I mean, it'll be bright colors. I mean, you might have some black around, you know, here and stuff and different parts, but most of it'll be white as can be. Then after you've done that and you sand it all down, got it all nice, and you come along with some Minwax wood finish. I mean, you can use some of the other spray on stuff or whatever. Minwax works great. Stain the whole thing, stain it down. Then after it dried, let it sit for 24 hours. That's what I did with this. Let it sit for 24 hours. Then you come along with some steel wool and some sandpaper. Maybe use some steel wool at the beginning first, rub it down. Then come along with this very fine grit. I mean, this 320 grit sandpaper. And you wipe it down, and what it'll do is it'll really show the wood grain through. Don't wipe it down too much. I mean, you want to just do it to where there's pieces of wood grain coming through. And when you're doing it, you might think, oh wow, this is not looking very good. You just gotta wipe it down and, you know, really kind of make it so some of the wood grain comes through. Now, don't rub all the stain off. I mean, you want to be careful, and you want to not take it off in all the places and stuff. I mean, you just want to kind of rub it down a little bit and make it look a little nice, and it'll look a little aged then. And then you come along after you've done that and you wipe it off, wipe all the extra stuff, get a very, you want to wet the towel, but you want it to be almost dry, just a little moist. Then you come along with some polyurethane and clear coat it. Let it dry 24 hours. And you come back with some of this. And when you're doing this, you're going to think I'm a nutball. Because you're going to start rubbing this down and your stain is going to turn gray. But trust me on this, when you're doing this, just lightly. Do not sand the crap out of it. lightly sand it down, and then coat it again. Well, you're going to wipe it off like you did the first time. Wipe it off with a moist towel. You don't want it to be wet, you want it to be moist, just a little damp. Just enough to take off any sawdust or any of the excess clear coat. And then clear coat it again. And you should get it, it should look like, you know, very reflective, very glossy. And that'll last for a long time. And that's not even like a gloss clear coat. That's just, I mean, I guess it is a clear gloss, but I mean, it's not a high gloss kind of a clear coat either. And you'll do that, and this will look basically like a good walking stick. And this is just for my father, but I'm working on. I'm gonna put a little leather piece of something on there through those, so that way it has like a little leather strap for the cane. But walking stick isn't gonna have that. But well, thanks for watching, and leave any comments or any suggestions or thoughts, or if you need any help, just let me know.